Hello and welcome to another episode of the NBL1 Show. I've spent about 2 hours in the makeup chair just to get myself ready for this big show. But someone who needs no introduction and just wakes up looking like this is Beck Cole, the icon. How are you, Beck?
Stop it. This is the only reason I come here, for compliments like that. But so much exciting basketball to talk about on this episode.
And straight off the jump, very exciting news. The NBL1 National Finals are back and they are coming to South Australia. Adelaide will host this year's edition of the NBL1 National Finals. Head to NBL1.com.au to get all of your details, your tickets as well. It's August 21 to 23, Beck. And as someone who's won a national championship, you'd be pretty pumped to see this.
Oh, I'm sure all fans are so excited for this to finally be announced. But what a weekend the national finals are. It's a great experience. It's quite tiring as an athlete. You have back-to-back-to-back games, quick turnarounds, but it is the final chance to be named the national champion and get a ring and just be crowned. So cannot wait to see what the teams that get selected finally, what they can bring.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting. And I tell you what, as a supporter or as anybody heading down there as well, it's a little bit like a junior tournament that you'd go to, but instead they're all professional athletes at the top of their game. It's very, very fun. So head to NBL1.com.au for all of your details there. Moving along to our undefeated teams, Beck, and Cairns as a club, they've finally lost a game. There's only one Cairns club left in our undefeated team list. The Cairns women ended up going down to Townsville thanks to a Courtney Woods masterclass. Their men's team remain as an undefeated team, as do the North Bears in the East, and there's only 2 left.
I know we went from 4 last week. We've cut it in half. There's only 2 left that remain undefeated. So again, big shout out to these 2 teams. And can they hold this undefeated title for the rest of the season? So NBL1 fans, you'll have to stick it out and let's see what the back end holds.
Yeah, we won't go on to it again, but we did touch on the tactical loss last week. And maybe not a bad thing to have 1 L in the column heading into the playoffs. Moving along now to Sean Bruce, who of course has just recently signed with the Cairns Taipans. We recently caught up with him and he had some good things to say about playing with his Logan Thunder.
No, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, coming off a year, I didn't play a lot last season. So, no, I was itching to play. Probably the boys back in Sydney, the way I was practicing at the end of the year, I was ready to play some minutes. But, no, it was it's a fun place to come up here and play. From the NBL level, it's a lot different. But the expectation on me to help the team win is high, and I enjoy that a lot.
Can Logan make a run to the NBL North Championship this year?
For sure, yeah. We've started the season 7-2. We've still got a long way to go, but it'll be a fun finish, and we'll see how we go.
And Brucey Boy is just the absolute team player. I cannot wait to see what he brings to Cairns. He's running it back there, but right now in the NBL1, he is putting on a masterclass. So he's averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 12.5 assists. And fun fact, he's the only player who has double-digit assists in the whole conference of the NBL1. So that's so impressive, and I can't wait to see what else he's going to bring.
Yeah, across the years in NBL1, it is very rare to average double-digit assists across a season. I think Jason Caddy's maybe done it once or twice, and there's been a couple of others as well. So really impressive numbers, and I'm only going to refer to him as Brucey Boy from now on. We move along now to the Brutons, a name very familiar in Australian basketball, and now it's a new generation. Rio Bruton, the son of CJ, the grandson of Cal, he is doing work in the NBL1 Central, Beck, and how incredible to see another generation of Bruton bring their best to Australian basketball.
What a legacy we're talking about right now. And you mentioned Cal and CJ. They're absolute superstars of their own. And then we have young Rio. What a moment to be like, I'm following in my family's footsteps. They've all played at the Bullets. How exciting. But if you look at Rio right now, he's averaging the 18.8 points, just over 4 rebounds and over 2.5 assists in 12 games for the Panthers. So My God, what a spot to get as a development player for the Bullets. But again, his ceiling is so high.
Yeah, really excited to see him in a Bullets uniform signing as a development player, as you mentioned, Beck, and doing his work for the South Adelaide Panthers in the NBL1 Central too. So fun to see the legacy of great basketball names in this country continue on. It's time now for Did You See That, Beck, one of our favourites. And this man, Todd Blanchfield, I remember when he was running around in a Townsville Crocs uniform and he's still dunking on people, Beck. Ridiculous.
Oh my God. When I watched this, all I had in my head was, okay, Todd, get up, son. Look at him. He still has it. Offensive transition, crossover, the seas parted, and Todd went up. Again, great play.
Fantastic place. A little bit of Statue of Liberty again.
Yeah.
NBL1 East socials have a great other angle of it as well, where Todd Blanchfield is pretty pumped up, as you should be, with that dunk. So we love to see Toddy get up and about. A game winner is next up, Sierra Walker. This was a tough shot, catch, shoot, 3 defenders coming, and the lefty just drills it for the Coburn Cougars to knock over Willerton, Beck.
And coach has to be happy with that. They run that play to perfection. She hung that follow through. She knew it was going in.
Now, we were talking pre-show. This might be the block of the season here from Mo Kone.
Mm-hmm.
A dunk attempt block, running back in transition. Beck, talk us through this. This is insane.
This is what every coach wants, someone who doesn't give up on the play. He runs it down and then absolutely just swats it out of bounds. This is my chef's kiss moment of this episode, but that was insane.
Very, very good. Love to get a chef's kiss, a kiss mention in there, but the chase down on the dunk attempt, very impressive. We carry things along now to Daisy Hocking. And this, when you get yourself into a bit of a tough spot, Beck, it's pretty handy when you can pull out an upside down, flip-flop, reverse, I don't know what you call it, but it's good.
I have to respect the footwork on this. You see, she goes into a spin move, not there. Footwork, steps through, creates some space, and you called it a bit of a circus shot, so very impressive.
Yeah, splits the double team there in the NBL1 Central. Now, Trezarian White, we often have him in here for his dunks. This wasn't a dunk. It was equally as casual, but we got into a bit of a conversation. An impressive finish. Was it a foul? Was it a travel? Was it a no-call, Beck? What's your take?
For me, he's playing for the foul, right? But I do think if I was him, I'm complaining that a foul didn't get called my way. But if you're not calling a foul, I got to agree with you. I think it is a little travel, but he got fouled and he sunk it anyway. Who cares?
Exactly. He did sink it anyway, and if it got called a travel, we wouldn't have had it on the show, but it was definitely a travel. Moving quickly along, Abby Ellis. Speaking of casual, this is lulling a defense to sleep. The nice little push pass, just so chill.
So chill. She is just a great playmaker, and we see in the close-up here, she's still looking at the sideline after her teammate catches the ball. So, again, what a great play in dime from Abby Ellis.
Yeah, fantastic. Moving along now to social media watch, and guess who is back? Our favourite commentator here at the NBL1 Show, Tyson Whelan, once again asked the fans for some words he could just slip into his call.
You know it's just barbecue chicken from there.
So I asked you to send me any word or phrase and I'll try using it in commentating NBL1 basketball tonight. You sent all of these. So let's see what happened next.
And it's Shuyu to Mingling. Oh, that's a match made in heaven, like potatoes in a samosa. And it'll be Smith who pulls up. And that shot was cleaner than Mum's kitchen before guests arrive. He's unable to do so. And we're going to get a tech foul on Coach Andrew Gaze. So tempers are flaring like jalapeno and cheese poppers. Spicy here at Montmorency. And Josh Duran is just saying, stick to your box, Gazy. Looks across to Dart. Corner 3. And Eltham looking like they couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat at the moment. And they do a pretty good job of... Oh my! Obi Magbegor sent it back with express shipping. So Mingling goes 1 of 2 at the line. That's 50%, as they say. Peas get degrees. Jade Kadee is seeing it like a hula hoop. Shot clock winds down. Short will have to peel one off in the dying seconds. I have seen Octopus untangle fishing nets with more coordination than that possession. Dykes now with the 2 fouls. He has to be careful here. And he gets his 3rd. Cunningham elevated like rent prices. Draws the foul. Has another to come. What do you reckon, James? Corner 3 for Dickey. Kennedy Hickey, like Timmy Cahill, throwing haymakers at the corner. So here is Gaze turning back to the hoop. Amazing Gaze, how sweet the shot. And this time, Shuyu, you know it's just barbecued chicken from there. Puts it up over the defender, and Michael Wern, he's shorter than a school holiday, but he's causing problems all over the court. Through Lil Dart, all the way to the cup, and Lil Dart came here to chew bubblegum and sink buckets, and she's all out of gum. We're back to a 10-point game. Kicked out for three. That one is connected with the fingers, and Coach Slater was losing his hair again. Yeah, she saw a window of opportunity when she turned back to the hoop, did DeMarco, but that is Pizzalicious, gets the steal. McCarron, smooth as mayonnaise, carves his way to the cup. It hits him on the leg. How's that? LBW for Cunningham. Gives it to Brazlis. Return to sender, says Kennedy Hickey. Only so far is Brewster, though.
Again, you know I love these videos. It has to be some of my highlights of the week. But I think I always have to say my favourite. Got to show some love for the Socceroos. It's the World Cup, so it had to be the Timmy Cahill haymaker. That was probably my favourite. What about you, Matt?
Well, what I want to see is moving next time Tyson does this. I want to see a chef's kiss followed by a mwah afterwards in the call, please. That would really treat us here at the NBL1 Show. There is no doubt about that. Let's quickly move along to the scout, and a name we mention a lot because he's an absolute superstar. We love him. He's one of ours here at the NBL1 Show. That is Marley Sam, and he's continuing, Beck, to fill it up in big ways.
Oh, it's just, are we surprised that we're talking about him again? At this point, no. So he had 40 points, 8 assists over the weekend, but he was just in absolute control the whole game. He was absolute master again. So what I really enjoyed is he did what the defense gave him. So if he had to be a playmaker, hence the 8 assists, that's what he did. But of course, he just has that elite scoring. He has that explosive speed and power, and he's so crafty with different finishes. So again, what a weekend by the young kid.
Incredible, happening week in and week out. I want to pay attention to McKenna Marissa. 41 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists in a big overtime win for the Perry Lakes Hawks up against the Willetton Tigers. She had the game-tying triple to send it to OT, where they then went through and got the W. Not signed yet for WNBL 27, of course, played her college ball at Penn State. And how's this, by the way, NBL1 West Foot Locker Player of the Week too. How's this for basketball families? It's been a bit of a theme in this show. Her mum played baseball and softball at the college level. Her grandfather was part, I believe, of the 54 NCAA Final Four Penn State team way back when, and it's the same college she went to. That's a fair basketballing and sporting family. But
that is some good caliber athletes right there. So no surprise that she's hitting game winners in the NBL1.
No doubt about that. Let's take a look now at the Amy men's and women's top plays of the week.
Is desirable, but look at the position they've put Waverley in. Shoemate now to tie the game up. Long three-point attempt. Tied the ball game. We're headed to overtime. Shoemate from the clouds, from the car park.
Williams finds Walker. Oh! Bang! Bang! Oh! Sierra Walker, 1.2 seconds left, and he can't foul. Oh, the Coburg Cougars have got out of jail.
Yeah, even with some solid defensive pressure by the Spiders, the Hornets just somehow managing to get there every time.
Oh, the no-look pass.
So 5 seconds, shot clock is switched off. Fires up the half and knocks it down. Why not? How about that for a bit of momentum going into the last?
And it goes in more often than it doesn't.
It does. That's very true. And again, that's the consistency you need to be at this level. Macho with the jam! Oh my!
That's what I mean. The Wizards are in this basketball game. They just, 10 points is nothing. But
Jimmy Witt with one hand.
Look out, Witt.
A huge slam, a great look from Legasic. You were asking for that slam earlier, John.
Worthy. Blaylock. They turn it back over. Malawak. Cato. Wide open three ball with .9 on the clock.
So there you have it. Another NBL1 show in the books. Beck, I think one of your best.
Oh, stop it. Thank you so much.
Make sure you enjoy your KO game of the week.